Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we've got breaking entertainment news that's taking social media by storm. Ripa just said something about her husband and co-host, Mark Consuelos, that has absolutely everyone talking. Fans can't stop sharing the clip. Reactions are pouring in from everywhere. And the internet can't decide whether to laugh, cringe, or applaud her honesty. So, what exactly did Kelly say? Let's dive in. When you've been married for nearly 3 decades, the world expects you to have a solid relationship. But for Ripa and Mark Consuelos, that relationship is lived out in front of millions. Whether they're on Live with Kelly and Mark or at red carpet events, fans have watched every stage of their love story unfold. But now, Kelly's latest on-air confession about her husband has fans talking for all the right and some unexpected reasons. It all began during a candid segment on Live, when Kelly and Mark started chatting about their marriage in the easy, teasing way that audiences have come to love. What started as a light-hearted moment quickly turned into something much deeper, and maybe even a little shocking. Kelly opened up about what life with Mark is really like, and her comments had the entire audience gasping, laughing, and buzzing online. According to viewers who caught the segment live, Kelly didn't hold back. She playfully admitted that Mark's charming personality isn't always what it seems at home. People think he's this calm, easygoing guy, she said with a grin. But when the cameras go off, he's the most passionate, opinionated man I've ever met. She paused dramatically before adding, "Sometimes, it's like living with a telenovela hero who missed his calling." The audience erupted in laughter, but the moment didn't end there. Kelly continued, saying that Mark's intensity was one of the reasons she fell in love with him, but also one of the things that can drive her a little crazy now. "He's fiery," she added. "He'll argue about anything, even where the coffee mugs go. But honestly, I wouldn't have it any other way." Mark, sitting beside her, smirked and raised an eyebrow before firing back. "And yet, you always think you're right." The banter drew another round of applause from the crowd, who loved seeing the couple's natural chemistry and comedic timing. But what really got people talking was what came next. Kelly, laughing, turned to Mark and said, "You know what's wild? After all these years, you still surprise me. I thought I knew everything about you, but sometimes you'll say something and I'll think, who is this man I married?" Her tone softened as she added, "That's the secret though, isn't it? Never stop learning about each other. That's why we're still here." It was a heartfelt moment that quickly went viral. Clips of the exchange spread across TikTok, Instagram, and X, formerly Twitter, with fans calling it the most real thing they'd seen on morning television in a long time. One fan wrote, "Kelly and Mark are the definition of couple goals. They're so open, funny, and real. It's like watching your favorite aunt and uncle flirt and argue at the same time." Another commented, "Kelly keeping it 100 about marriage is so refreshing. You can tell they truly love each other, but also aren't afraid to admit that marriage takes work." However, not everyone took Kelly's comments in the same spirit. A few critics on social media questioned whether she was being too open about their relationship, suggesting that some things should stay private. One user posted, "It's sweet, but do we really need to know that Mark argues about the coffee mugs? Leave some mystery." Still, the overwhelming majority of fans praised the couple's candor. The clip racked up millions of views in less than 24 hours, proving once again that Kelly and Mark know how to capture attention without even trying. Behind the scenes, sources close to the show say Kelly and Mark weren't expecting such a reaction. What was meant to be a spontaneous, off-the-cuff moment turned into one of their most viral clips of the year. Producers reportedly loved it, noting that the genuine connection between the two is what keeps Live so popular after all these years. One insider shared, "That's what makes them different. They're not reading from a script. What you see is what you get. Real marriage, real laughs, real love." It's no secret that Kelly and Mark's on-screen chemistry has been a huge success since they officially became co-hosts in 2023. While some viewers were initially skeptical about whether the real-life couple could work together professionally every day, they've since proven that their dynamic is both entertaining and authentic. Kelly, who's been with the Live franchise for over 2 decades, has said more than once that working with Mark feels like coming full circle. The two first met in the mid-1990s while filming All My Children, where their on-screen romance blossomed into a real one. After eloping in Las Vegas in 1996, they went on to build a life that includes 3 children, Michael, Lola, and Joaquin, and a career filled with milestones. Their partnership on Live has brought new energy to the long-running show. While some celebrity couples tend to keep their private lives separate from their work, Kelly and Mark have made it part of their brand to blend the two seamlessly. Their candid discussions about marriage, parenting, and even little everyday disagreements resonate deeply with audiences who see themselves in the couple's dynamic. Still, Kelly's recent remarks struck a chord in a different way. It wasn't just the humor, it was the vulnerability. She acknowledged that love, even after 28 years, is still a journey. "We've grown up together," she said later in the episode. "We've changed, we've learned, and we've had to keep choosing each other every single day." The studio audience fell silent for a moment, sensing the sincerity behind her words. Then Mark reached over, took her hand and said, "And I'd choose you every day too." The crowd erupted in applause once again, and the clip ended on a touching note. The internet, predictably, went wild. Fans flooded the comment sections with heart emojis, tagging their partners, and sharing their own relationship stories. The conversation even made it to celebrity gossip sites, where headlines like, "Kelly Ripa gets real about marriage to Mark Consuelos," and "Kelly's emotional confession has fans in tears" dominated entertainment feeds. Pop culture commentators chimed in too. One celebrity journalist noted, "Kelly and Mark have found the perfect formula. Be relatable, be funny, and be honest. That's what people connect to in 2025. We're tired of perfect, polished Hollywood couples pretending they don't argue. Kelly and Mark show that love can be messy, loud, and still absolutely beautiful." Others pointed out how Kelly's openness mirrors the shift in modern celebrity culture, where fans expect authenticity rather than carefully curated perfection. The Ripa-Consuelos marriage, often spotlighted for its longevity in a world of celebrity breakups, continues to stand as an example of commitment that doesn't hide its imperfections. Interestingly, this isn't the first time Kelly's words about Mark have sparked public discussion. Over the years, she's shared hilarious, sometimes eyebrow-raising anecdotes about their personal life, from their early dating days to the challenges of raising kids. Every time, it seems, fans rally behind her for her honesty and humor. One of her most memorable moments came in a previous episode when she joked about how Mark still thinks he's right 100% of the time, to which Mark replied, "That's because I usually am." Their laughter-filled arguments have become part of the charm that keeps audiences tuning in daily. In a world where celebrity couples often keep their relationships guarded, Kelly and Mark continue to do the opposite. They let fans in, not to exploit their marriage, but to remind everyone that even strong couples have their ups and downs. And maybe, that's exactly why people love them so much. Since the viral clip aired, Kelly has reportedly been amused by the attention. On the next episode of Live, she briefly addressed the fan reactions, laughing, "You say one honest thing and suddenly the internet thinks you're giving a TED Talk on marriage." Mark chuckled beside her, adding, "At least they're talking about us for the right reasons this time." The two then shared a playful on-air hug, much to the audience's delight. The moment reinforced what fans already knew. This is a couple who doesn't take themselves too seriously. They laugh through disagreements, they poke fun at each other, and they remind everyone watching that love isn't always glamorous, but it's always worth it. And if social media reactions are any indication, fans can't get enough of it. One viewer summed it up perfectly. "Kelly and Mark are proof that you can be married forever, still fight, still flirt, and still be crazy about each other. That's the dream." As of now, the clip continues to trend online, with fans calling it one of the most genuine moments on daytime television this year. Whether you see it as funny, romantic, or just plain relatable, one thing's clear. Kelly Ripa knows exactly how to keep the world talking. And that's the story that's got everyone buzzing right now. What do you think about Kelly's honest confession about life with Mark Consuelos? Do you love their openness, or do you think they share a little too much? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update from the world of entertainment. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.